I am Leonard Speiser. I work at Yahoo, but I am here today at Startup2Startup. And I have with me Naval.
Naval Ravikant. I manage the HitForge, which is an angel fund for seed stage investing in social networking and e-commerce. And I'm also a co-author of venture+hacks, and I started a couple of companies, including opinions.com and vast.com.
Great. And today's topic is all about Naval. Naval is the expert when it comes to the financing of young fledgling startups with great opportunity. Naval, what do you look for in a startup team? What does it take to start a company in today's environment?
Well, there's no silver bullet or magic answer, but I actually do have a set of criteria that I've come up with based on my own startups that I did, not necessarily as an investor, but looking back on what I thought worked. I usually look for two things that are paramount above all. You got to have a great team. It's obvious, it's a tautology, everyone says it, but you really, really do have to be working with some of the best people in whatever industry you're in. You have to pick a huge market. Niche markets just don't work because the first idea never works. You always have to change it, so you just need room to maneuver. And then there are three more factors that I look at. Not all three of them are required, but I prefer a company to have at least two of them. One is difficult technology or proprietary technology that is building and compounding over time. A second would be a proprietary distribution channel, so have come up with some clever viral marketing or search engine optimization or partnership strategy that gives them a leg up over the competitors. And the third is a direct monetization model, something more than just throwing up 10-cent banner ad CPMs.
Now, you mentioned a little bit about viral marketing, and oftentimes people think about viral marketing and think about social networks. What's your thoughts about social networks today versus maybe where they were previously and where they're going?
Well, the social networks are still going through a big experiment. I think the earlier incarnations, they thought that they were the new media companies, which they still very well might be, but they certainly don't monetize or grow in the way the old media companies did. They don't grow through proprietary, locked-up geographic distribution. They don't monetize through classified ads. Instead, the way the social networks seem to be working is they're essentially address books. They're large passive communication channels. They're great areas for social games, and they seem to be monetizing through very targeted offers and connecting people to each other.
So let's say that we have a company we found that has all of these elements for success, and now it's time for them to raise some money. What are your thoughts on that process?
Well, it's the same it's always been in that there's a small number of companies that are very good and very qualified, and they get an embarrassingly large number of offers. Then there's a large number of companies that miss on one or two dimensions, and they're always pounding the pavement and not getting anything. And it actually makes sense when you think about it because the nature of this business is a hit-driven business. A small number of companies account for all the returns. So when people recognize what they think is a winning company, they will pay almost anything and do almost anything to invest in that company. And everything else, they just kind of look at and go by. It's very similar to Hollywood, where there's a few summer blockbusters and there's a lot of indie films made. So everyone's got a camera. Odds are, if you're out there playing, you got an indie film and everyone's shooting for the blockbuster. So I say go back to those 5 criteria and think about your blockbuster.
The 120 entrepreneurs that are coming tonight are going to hear more about this from Naval, and hopefully next time you'll see us here at Startup2Startup. See you later.